Good morning, fans. This is your girl from Mel's Match Chat, and this is your official AEW preview and predictions of Full Gear. How is everybody doing on this wonderful Saturday morning? Um, Note, this is being recorded at almost 11 o'clock at night on a Friday, so bear with me. Hopefully, everybody had a great Friday night. They watched um, Rampage, they watched SmackDown. Everybody's getting ready for Full Gear and um, Survivor Series War Games. Things are heating up with both promotions, and I'm here to give you what's going to be going down, my take on everything, and so much more. So, let's get this party started and let's get to the preview and predictions. You know what I like to promote. I like to promote the stuff that I use and I'm very, very proud of using. Please go check out harrys.com and get all your shaving and toiletries essentials there. Please do me a favor. Also, go check out Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com and get your 3 flavors on top of the spring the sparkling water, which are lime, mixed berry, and mango orange. Please go check out maestroclassics.com to get all your beard essentials. Please go check out deathwishcoffee.com at Deathwishcoffee at deathwishcoffee.com and get all your coffee essentials and try out all the brews going on there. Note, they have the seasonal for the gingerbread. They also have another one that's like a rum ball. It's chocolate. I'm hoping that they come out with a K-cup because I would love to try that. Just note that they discontinued until next year with the pumpkin spice chai. So I think they still have the beans or the grounds. You just gotta go check out the website. Also, please go check out HOG Wrestling at hogwrestling.net. And their next event will be next month. And you can get all the information on the website, hogwrestling.net. And please go check out the back events that they had on Fight TV, including Exodus was really, really good. Go check that out. And if you spend $4.99, you can get Fight Plus and get more content to your heart's content. Please go also check out, if you're in the greater Pennsylvania area, Sanctuary Wrestling and Outbreak Wrestling. So let's get this started. So AEW is going to be having their Full Gear at the Prudential Center in New Jersey tomorrow night at 8 p.m. I am going to be watching it and I'm going to be going live. Not live. I'll be I am going to go live tomorrow night. I'm going to try it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I can easily pop off of there, erase everything, and just record and pop the video up on YouTube just like I'm doing right now. So, Dynamite was telecast from the Total Mortgage Arena in Bridgeport, Connecticut. So we started off with the Blackpool Combat Club. Bryan Danielson and Claudio Castagnoli versus the Jericho Appreciation Society, Ring of Honor World Champion Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara. The match immediately broke down into a brawl between both teams. Danielson went right after Sammy, and Claudio clocked Chris Jericho. Bryan captured Sammy's arms and applied the Romero special. Claudio tagged in, and Sammy backflipped over him and took him down with a dropkick. Claudio hit Sammy with a delayed vertical suplex and followed up with a suplex to Jericho. Claudio splashed both of them at once. Jericho flipped off Danielson, but Danielson grabbed Jericho's hands and twisted them. Saturday, it will be every man for himself before the title set Taz. Danielson charged into the corner with a running knee to Sammy. He tried again, but Sammy countered with a toe hold. Jericho smacked Danielson in the injured eye with his baseball bat as the ref was distracted. Danielson ducked a lariat attempt from Jericho and fired back with a running strike of his own. Claudio tagged in and sent Slammy flying into Jericho. Claudio connected with a series of uppercuts to Jericho. Claudio grabbed Jericho looking for the swing, but Sammy blasted Claudio with thrust kicks. Jericho locked in the walls of Jericho. Danielson blasted Jericho with a shotgun dropkick off the top rope to give Claudio the assist. Danielson and Sammy Guevara both tagged in, and Danielson rocked Sammy with multiple roundhouse kicks. Sammy went to Brian's eyes and then hit him with his knee strike. Danielson countered with a GTH and the label lock, but Sammy escaped by reaching the bottom rope. Sammy walloped Danielson with a cutter off the top turnbuckle. Jericho followed up with the lion salt for a near fall, but Claudio was there to make the save. Danielson and Jericho collided in the center of the ring. Claudio grabbed Jericho in the giant swing and then locked in the Scorpion Deathlock, forcing Jericho to tap out. Claudio once again had Chris Jericho's number, said Excalibur. Claudio got to be the favorite going into Saturday night, replied Shivani. AEW World Tag Team Champion Anthony Bowens versus Swerve Strickland. Daddy Ass jumped Swerve, and Swerve was making his entrance. Back in the ring, Bowens booted Swerve. Swerve wrenched on Bowens' arm and then dropkicked Bowens in the face. Swerve jumped and flipped over the top rope, landing on Bowens. He followed up with a boot off the top. Boot off the apron to Swerve. Swerve threw Bowens over the guardrail. Bowens swept out the leg of Swerve, who was on the middle rope. Bowens took Swerve off his feet with shoulder tackle. Swerve retaliated with brainbuster on Bowens. Swerve caught Bowens with a heel kick to the head. Swerve hit the Swerve stomp right on the money for a near fall. Tremendous perseverance by Bowens, said Excalibur. Swerve drilled Bowens with a driver and then pinned him. You can see Bowens clutching that right shoulder. What shape will he be in on Saturday? Wondered Excalibur. Up next, we have Tony Schiavone interviewed Ring of Honor World TV Champion Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe, you state that it's a shocker what I did to Wardlow. It's shocking for a man to refuse to be a victim. It is shocking that Wardlow, week after week, ran his mouth and failed to recognize the most dangerous man in the room. And for that mistake, he paid the ultimate price. I refuse to be the victim of the most of people in this building tonight. I saved myself, and if you or anybody else has a problem with that, they could take it up with me. Powerhouse Hobbs walked onto the ramp. Hobbs, if you haven't noticed, I'm the one who's been kicking Wardlow's ass for the past several weeks. So why don't I come down to the ring and kick your ass, champ? Wardlow's music hit. Wardlow jumped into the ring and speared Samoa Joe. Hobbs swarmed Wardlow. The locker room cleared in an attempt to keep the three men apart. Wardlow jumped to the top rope and wiped out a pile of men outside the ring. Wardlow is the last man standing, said Excalibur. This is going to be a fucked up match. Can't wait. AEW World Trios Champions. Death Triangle. Pac, Penta El Zero Miedo, and Rey Fenix versus AR Fox and Top Flight Dante and Darius Martin. Darius flipped Ray over the top rope. By the way, Darius is coming back after a severe car accident. So this is makes his return. Darius flipped Ray over the top rope. Ray Phoenix jumped right back in. Darius followed up with an arm drag and then avoided a kick from Ray Phoenix. Pac and AR tagged in for their respective teams. Pac ducked a lariat attempt, but then AR Fox turned Pac inside out with a leg lariat. AR Fox landed a cutter on Pac. AR Fox vaulted off the ring post and landed a moonsault on Pac. AR Fox followed up with a senton on Timoko. Top Flight launched Pac into a waiting cutter from AR Fox. The Lucha Brothers came in with thrust kicks. Darius connected with a running boot to Pac. Darius followed up with a brainbuster for a near fall. Top Flight wiped out Death Triangle with an aerial assault, and AR Fox followed it up with a huge dive himself. Fox connected with a 450 splash on Ray Phoenix for a near fall. Penta El Zeno Miedo kicked AR Fox in the ribs. The Lucha Brothers smashed Fox with Fear Factor. Pac bombed Fox with a black arrow and pinned him. The champions retained, said Excalibur. Pac gets on the microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a question. Do you think the Death Triangle are stupid? Do you think we're not aware of what's going on? Do you think we haven't seen the videos, heard the rumors? If there's certain individuals who think they could make their triumphant return on Saturday at Full Gear, and if they think that they could just mosey in and best the Death Triangle, well, that's ridiculous. And you know who you are, so I will say this, and I'll make it simple. If you want some of this Saturday, then please bring the heat, because I promise you Death Triangle runs from nobody. The graphic appeared, and it will be the Elite against the Death Triangle this Saturday for the Trios Championship. I'm actually hoping that the Elite loses. Because how are they going to come back from suspension and be legitimately gifted back the titles? You know, two wrongs don't make a right. Because then if that's the case, if CM Punk ever comes back to AEW, he should legitimately just come in, get the title match, and take it off the person who has the championship. So he shouldn't have to fight for it. So if they get the titles, Punk should not have to fight for the title and make his way back. He should be gifted a title shot and then put the title right back on him. At me if you want to, because you know I'm right. We go backstage. Ricky Stark addresses the Murder Heart monster, Lance Archer. Stark says it'll be him against Archer on Rampage this Friday. Excellent match. I just finished. I watched it. Men's World Eliminator semifinal match. All Ego Ethan Page versus Bandito. Page blocked a suplex from Bandito, but then Bandito rallied back and hit a vertical suplex. Stokely grabbed Bandito's boot, and Page blindsided Bandito. Bandito fought back with a moonsault off the ring post down onto Ethan Page on the arena floor. That's insane, said Taz. Bandito wiped Ethan Page with a tornado inside the ring. Bandito tried for the 21 plex, but Page had it scouted and fired back with a cutter for a near fall. Ethan Page set up Bandito for Avalanche Ego's Edge. Bandito countered with a Hurricane Rana and then a power slam. Page with one hand, Bandito smashed Page with a frog splash for a near fall. Bandito climbed to the top turnbuckle, but Page knocked him down, sending Bandito crashing and clutching his knee. Page body slammed Bandito off the ropes. Ethan Page launched Bandito with the Ego's Edge and pinned him for the win. So Edge moves on. AEW Interim Women's World Championship Eliminator. Toni Storm versus Anna J.A.S. Toni put strong side headlock on Anna and took her down to the mat. Toni hit a shoulder tackle on Anna J. Toni knocked Anna back with a big boot. Anna J kicked Toni Storm in the head and then a bigger stomp on her back. Storm was able to back a fisherman suplex. Toni sent Anna to the floor with a hip attack. Anna planted Toni on the floor. Toni countered with a Queen Slayer from Anna with a shotgun dropkick. Toni landed her second hip attack of the match. Toni locked on the Texas Clover Leaf, and Anna immediately tapped out. Jamie Hayter's music hit. Jamie power walked to the ring and got in Toni's face. They had a stare down ahead of their match this Saturday on the pay-per-view. We have AEW World Champion Jon Moxley and William Regal make their way out to the ring. This was going to be good from the get-go. This was going to be fucking crazy, off the wall. I didn't know how good it was going to be until it actually started happening. And I'm telling you, if we do not get the outcome that we want, having MJF become the new champion and have him completely fucking shit on everybody, I'm not going to be happy, and I want the title off of him immediately. So Mox gets on a microphone. I am Jon Moxley. I am the AEW World Champion. They say the champion doesn't make the man makes the championship. So who exactly is Jon Moxley? I'll tell you. I'm the best pro wrestler on the planet. I've taken on all comers, and I have defined the AEW World Champion. Basically, he's been the steady. He's been the constant in AEW, with all the fucking changes that they have with Punk and Adam Page, the whole gambit. John would have never gotten this opportunity if he was in WWE, because you had Seth Rollins, which ergo he's married to Becky Lynch, so he was fucked 7 ways to Sunday, and Renee wasn't in with the elite, no pun intended. So he's better off where he is. I believe he'll end up coming back to WWE because he won't do this. He won't do it to Roman, and he won't do it to Seth Rollins and not accept the Hall of Fame. I think it would be disrespectful on his part. And if it wasn't for that, he wouldn't have been in the situation that he's in and gotten to the point that he got the offer from Tony Khan to come into AEW. The announcers say, I love to fight like it's a good thing. It's not. I'm sick in the head. I am literally sick in the head. I'm addicted to the rush of adrenaline, the pain, and the being in wars. I love it, man. You can't really hurt me because I literally don't care. That's who Jon Moxley is. Because he was a severe alcoholic. He traded one addiction for another. And that's unhealthy. And it is what it is. I mean, we can fault him or whatnot. At least he's not drinking. So last week I asked the question, who's MJF? And I'm the world champion. And I scout my opponents. So I did some research to find out he's actually a really good singer. I found out He has exactly one win in the ring in the last 6 months. He took a summer vacation and came back with a Halloween mask. So figure me, I'm not exactly shaking in my boots. You people see MJF and he wants to see you. Prepared speeches, handpicked opponents. I see a kid playing wrestler. I see a man filled with fear, and maybe he won't live up to the hype, but you're going to see something very, very special at Full Gear. MJF is not challenging me. I'm challenging MJF to show me he's got some guts. Stokely Hathaway walked into the ring, and the firm blindsided Moxley and William Regal. MJF music hits. MJF dropped Lee Moriarty and the Guns. MJF hit Ethan Page with a big left and hand, clearing the field. MJF, John, while you're laying there in a ton of pain, I did not save your ass because I like you. No, it's because I didn't want any of your fan club making excuses for when I knock you out. When I got into the business, my ultimate goal was to become the best wrestler in the world. And I know this Saturday I'm in for the fight of my life. But it's not the same kid I was the first time we fought for that piece of gold. You can make me bleed buckets, but I will not stop because I need that belt more than I need oxygen. Because when you're the man that holds the AEW world title, that makes you the best wrestler on God's green earth. And it's my time. I heard last week when you said, I'm not the devil. Allow me to tell you the greatest trick that the devil pulled as convincing the world he didn't exist. And this Saturday at Full Gear, you'll find out I'm the devil himself. Mox, I never really saw what a big deal was with you anyway. But this weekend at Full Gear, we are going to find out if you don't have it, you're not going to reach in and pull it out of you. This Saturday, the training wheels come off. And next week, they're going to be back at in Chicago, Illinois. On to Rampage. Like, I hate this freaking thing because it's slow as molasses. Let me see if I can get something up here. This is ridiculous. I'm sorry, I just lost my stupid notes. Jim Ross introduces and welcomes everybody to AEW Rampage. The action starts out backstage with Ricky Starks and Lance Archer brawling. They throw each other into the various objects while slowly making their way towards the ring. Archer leaps over the barricade to smash Starks, dumps him into the ring, and bell rings to officially start the first round match in the AEW World Eliminator Tournament. Ricky Starks defeated Lance Archer to advance in the AEW World Title Elimination Tournament. Archer gains the early advantage with the chokeslam on the ring apron. Starks punches his way out of a blackout attempt. A diving shoulder tackle isn't enough to take Lance off his feet, but follow up lariat gets the job done. The Murder Hawk monster comes back with his own lariat for a very near fall. Starks counters the next lariat and turns it into a tornado DDT for a near fall. Starks dodged some punches and lands the running spear into the roll up victory. After the match, it's over. Archer attacks Starks and chokes him on the steel steps. A quick video air hyping up Jon Moxley versus MJF tomorrow at Full Gear. Tony Schiavone interviews Jericho and Sammy Guevara earlier today. Jericho knows that Bryan Danielson and Claudio Castagnoli will implode at Full Gear in their fatal four-way match for the Ring of Honor World Championship. Chris vows to walk out champ, but after he leaves the interview, Guevara says we'll see about that. Hook defeats Lee Moriarty to retain the FTW champion. Hook goes for a knee bar, but Lee escapes his grip. Hook takes him down again and wraps him up, but Lee elbows is on his way out of it. Hook counters Moriarty and slams him down to the mat. A distraction from Stokely Hathaway leads to Hook eating a big boot from Lee. Hook counters a crossface and takes Moriarty down with a lariat. He batters Lee with body blows and nails a fisherman throw. Lee rams Hook's face into the buckle and then hits a jumping knee strike. Lee gets upset with the referee and takes his attention off of Hook. Moriarty goes for another submission, but Hook counters it into Red Rum for the victory and a 16-0 undefeated record. Tony Schiavone interviews Roosh, Jose the assistant, John Silver, and 10 of the Dark Order. Silver talks trash on Roosh and Jose, but 10 isn't feeling it and walks away. Athena defeats Madison Rain. Athena shows off her newfound aggression, dropkicking Rain while she's posing at the end of her entrance. Rain gets a brief flurry of offense, but Athena quickly nails her with a flipping stunner. Athena takes the win from there. After the match is over, continues to assault on Rain. Referee Aubrey Edwards tries to interfere, but Athena strikes her down too. Ring of Honor World Women's Champion Mercedes Martinez returns, leading to an Athena retreat. A 5-on-5 match is set up for Full Gear pre-show between the Best Friends and the Factory. And I'm going to take the Best Friends on that one. A new video airs the return of the House of Black, which was awesome. Mark Henry interviews Ortiz and Eddie Kingston and Konosuke Takashita and Jun Akahima ahead of their tag team match in the main event. which is up next. Kingston and Akamiya say nothing while their partners do all the talking. Jun Akamiya and Konosuke Takashita, I'm butchered as this guy's name, defeats Kingston and Ortiz. Kingston calls out Akanama right away, but gets Takashita instead. Akanama eventually gets in there and pile drives Ortiz. It's back to Kingston versus Takashita in the ring after a commercial break. Ortiz and Eddie double team him with no response from Akahima. Kingston and Takashita take turns chopping each other and then traded elbow strikes. Both men tag out. Akahima takes out Ortiz with a jumping knee. Kingston prevents Akahima from hitting an exploder suplex. Eddie and Jun go at it with chops. Takashita is hit with a backdrop driver by Kingston, and all four men are down. Eddie and Jun trade blows again. They trade exploders too. Jun takes him out with a knee to the face. Akahima follows up with a running knee back to the back of Ortiz. One exploder later, Akahima gets the pinfall for the team, and that's the end. Now we're on to the card. Main event. AEW World Champion Jon Moxley versus MJF. I'm taking MJF. AEW World Championship Eliminator Tournament Finals. Ethan Page versus Brian Cage. Ricky Starks or Lance Archer. So it would be Ethan Page and Brian Cage, with also Ricky Starks added into it. AEW Tag Team Championship match, The Acclaim versus Swerve in Our Glory. I'm taking the Swerve in Our Glory. Interim AEW World's Women's Champion. Toni Storm versus Jamie Hayter. I want Toni Storm to win. Ring of Honor World Championship match. Chris Jericho versus Bryan Danielson versus Sammy Guevara versus Claudio Castagnoli. I'm going to actually take Sammy Guevara for the win. AEW Trios Tag Team Championship match. Death Triangle versus the Elite. Death Triangle I want to win. AEW TBS Championship. Jay Cargill versus Nyla Rose. Jay Cargill. AEW TNT Championship match, triple threat. Wardlow versus Powerhouse Hobbs versus Samoa Joe. I'm going to take Samoa Joe. Steel cage match, Jungle Boy versus Luchasaurus. I'm taking Jungle Boy. Saraya versus Britt Baker. I'm taking Saraya. Darby Allin and Sting versus Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. I'm taking Darby Allin and Sting. And that is it. That is it. It's very short and sweet. It's the builds up to these matches are like really ridiculous. There was no such urgency in this pay-per-view. I didn't feel it. I couldn't care less if AEW was on. And it contributes because of fucking Punk. So I don't know if anybody can feel that on what came off of the whole build up to this pay-per-view. But we should see tomorrow night at 8 p.m. So that is pretty much it. It's very short and sweet. I have to get to actually, this is like being put on it at 11 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. But it's like 11:30 and I got to be up at 4 a.m. to go see my son. So I'm going to go get some sleep. And I will be literally right back here right after the pay-per-view ends. So enjoy that, please, while you're at it. Until Full Gear comes on, go check out all my other content, including the review of WWE Crown Jewel. Also, please check out all the rest of my content. Please like and share all videos. And please do me a favor and go and subscribe and turn on my notifications so when I post, you know about it. Please also go check out all my social media, which is Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, which is Mel's Match Chat. Also go check out Snapchat and Facebook. Also, please go check out Harry's at harrys.com and get all your shaving and toiletry essentials there. Please also go check out my Astro Classics at myastroclassics.com and get all your beard essentials. Also, please go check out Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com and get the 3 hottest flavors that are selling: lime, mixed berry, and mango orange. Also, please go to Death Wish Coffee at deathwishcoffee.com and get all your coffee essentials, including their seasonal flavor, which is gingerbread, and much more. So you're going to go check out the website, deathwishcoffee.com. Also, please do me a favor and go check out House of Glory on houseofglory.hog.net. They had an event at the end of October. It was Exodus. You can go check it out on Fight TV. And if you want to get more content for $4.99 a month, you get Fight TV Plus. Also, please be aware they are having another event this in December, so go check that out. Also, please go, if you're in the greater Pennsylvania area, go check out Sanctuary Wrestling and Outbreak Wrestling. I will be back here literally right after the event for the review. Also, please go check out episode 265. It was posted earlier this evening. Go check that out, and I will see you later tonight after the event for the review. I want everybody to have a great Saturday morning, and I love you all, and have a great day. Bye-bye.